Welcome back, everybody. Matt in the Bat here. Hope you're doing well. So this week is the anniversary of The Day After Tomorrow. Today is the 20th anniversary for this Roland Emmerich film that starred Dennis Quaid, Jake Gyllenhaal, Emmy Rossum, and Sela Ward, and Ian Holm. Bilbo Baggins. I've always been a huge fan of this movie. Maybe for a couple of reasons. Number one, around the time that this movie came out, I was a fan of Dennis Quaid from the Parent Trap remake with Lindsay Lohan, and then The Rookie in 2002, the baseball film. So I was already a huge fan. I already liked Dennis Quaid. So right there, I was like, oh, cool, a new Dennis Quaid movie. Jake Gyllenhaal was another one because of like October Sky that he did in '99. I was already a fan of his. And then you got Roland Emmerich, Independence Day, Godzilla with Matthew Broderick and Jean Reno in 1998. And of course, he did the movie that people completely forget. He was the director who directed that film, The Patriot, with Mel Gibson. Definitely not in his normal wheelhouse. Here, this guy's more known for disaster stuff. And he made a movie of two Australians saving America. Yep. So this movie, The Day After Tomorrow, was my first ever disaster movie I saw in a theater. Yeah, Godzilla had some destruction, but I'm talking about like disaster film, like Armageddon, Deep Impact. You know what I mean? I really like this movie. Number one, Dennis Quaid, who plays the father to Jake Gyllenhaal. He's a science guy. He's the one that kind of predicts this global warming is coming. I think he does a good job in this film, especially near the end when he finally reconnects with his son. His look on his face and just the way he plays off that scene, very believable. Jake Gyllenhaal, like I said, he's one of my favorite actors, but sometimes people forget that in the late 90s and early 2000s, Jake Gyllenhaal was not the Jake Gyllenhaal we know now. The muscular, hunky, charming, funny, can get any girl when he walks into a room, Jake Gyllenhaal. Or the darker side of Jake Gyllenhaal we've seen in Prisoners and Nightcrawler. That was not the Jake Gyllenhaal of the early 2000s. The early 2000s Jake Gyllenhaal was the nerdy, weirdo, weak character who was shy all the time, didn't talk to girls. That was the Jake Gyllenhaal of the 2000s. That people forget that Tobey Maguire almost didn't return for Spider-Man 2, and they were truly looking at Jake Gyllenhaal to replace Tobey Maguire. Because once again, Jake Gyllenhaal was able to play that nerdy, shy, quiet, geeky type of character. And he had a similar resemblance of Tobey Maguire. And at the time, he was also dating Kirsten Dunst. And in here, he's the same way. Very weird, shy, a little nerdy, can't get the girl. He wants the girl, Emmy Rossum, but he doesn't know how to go about it. He doesn't know how to talk to her. Very shy. And he has that boy look to him. And I still think he does a great job. I love his kind of like his character arc of being that scared on the plane. When the plane starts to rumble, he freaks out and gets really scared and everything. And then as the movie goes along, you start to see him become more heroic. Jumping over cars to save Emmy Rossum. Going on a ship to get medical supplies to help Emmy Rossum with her infection. And, I really, you see that arc in his character. Emmy Rossum had a banger of a year in 2004 with this movie, which made money in the theater. And then at the end of the year, she had the Phantom of the Opera remake with Gerard Butler. I actually really like that film. So she had a great year in 2004. I don't know what happened to her in movies. I do admit that. Before she got into movies, I think she was on some kind of Disney Channel TV series. I remember that's when I first saw her in. I don't know if it's Disney or maybe another, popular, maybe WB. I don't know, but I know she was in a TV series before jumping into movies. And then she kind of disappeared from movies. She pops in once in a while. She's obviously known now for Shameless, with William. That was on I think Showtime or something at a certain point. Now it's on Netflix with William H. Macy. But I never understood what happened to this actress. She's very pretty. She was a really good actress in movies like this and The Phantom of the Opera and a couple others. And then she just... Also, obviously the biggest draw for this movie is the disaster sequences. Whether it's the tornadoes in Los Angeles, whether it's the tidal wave hitting the Statue of Liberty and the entire tidal wave coming through New York, or when the snow freezes everything over and everything becomes frozen. The special effects, the CGI, look incredible. It gives you that beautiful looking imagery, but also at the same time, that haunting feeling of, if this really happened? Whoa. The effects still hold up today, and that's a great thing. It's really good. The music, the score in this film, I really enjoy also. It also has kind of like a haunting score to it, and I like that music. This is, as much as it's like, wow, ooh, cool. In the back of your mind, you're also going, if this really happened, we are fucked. But once again, they've been saying global warming for, even since this movie came out. Oh yeah, global warming is coming. Global warming. They even made that movie Waterworld in the early 90s. Global warming. I ain't seeing it. Yeah, we had those occasional odd things happen, but that's been happening throughout the world for decades, years, thousands of years. You don't think odd things happened back in the Stone Age? But at that time, they didn't know what to call it. Ooh, God, man, ugh. Throw rock at brother. Okay. Right in this movie, this other character from another school where they enter this competition in New York, you think he's going to come and try and steal Emmy Rossum. You think Emmy Rossum's is going to fall for this guy, and then Jake Gyllenhaal is going to try and be like, this guy's not the right guy for you, he's an asshole, blah blah blah. And actually, they subvert expectations. And I like that this other character from another school is not an asshole. He's actually a good guy, and he sees right away that Jake Gyllenhaal has romance feelings. He likes Emmy Rossum, and he's like, okay, bro, you know what? I see that you like her. I'm gonna step back. You do your thing. That was something we didn't see. That's not typical in a movie, especially a blockbuster. Normally you see that other guy come in and try and win the girl over, and then the actual guy that likes the girl, is warning the girl, hey, this guy's an asshole, don't. And then the girl gets mad and pushes the good guy off. And then eventually the girl realizes this guy is an asshole, and then goes back to the other guy, and da da da. And they didn't do that in this movie. Even Roland Emmerich, he's known for Independence Day. After he did this movie, it was 6 years later, and he did 2012, that came out in 2009, about what the Mayans predict, what they predicted December 21st, 2012. December 21st, 2012 came. We're still here. And this movie's under 2 hours, that's the other thing. For only an hour and 55 minutes. You get the action, you get the disaster, you get a really good father-son storyline, you get a little bit of a romance between Jake Gyllenhaal and Emmy Rossum, you get great visual effects, you get a good sound score. It's only under 2 hours. Why can't they make blockbusters like this nowadays? Make an under 2 hour movie that has all the ingredients of a summer blockbuster. You really don't get that many disaster movies anymore. Kind of a bummer. But anyway, let me know in the comments below, are you a fan of The Day After Tomorrow? I saw this Memorial Day weekend when it came out, 2004. My mom, my dad, and my friend Reese came along. And then this movie came out on DVD in October of that year around my birthday. I remember getting it. I think I got it for my birthday and watched it on my actual birthday. So, yeah, anyway, are you a fan of this movie? Is this one of your favorite disaster movies? Are you a fan of Roland Emmerich? Are you going to go back and watch this for its 20th anniversary? Let me know in the comments below. And guess what? I'm still waiting on that global warming. I ain't seeing it. Where is it? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe you know where it is. I don't. Matt the Brat here.